Hey everybody, welcome to Home Recording Made Easy and Mix Tip Tuesday, where every Tuesday I show you a new mixing tip to help you make more professional sounding mixes in your home studio. Before we get to this week's tip, if you're new here, please consider subscribing. Make sure you hit that notification bell and also stick around till the end of the video, because at the end of the video I have something I want to give you absolutely free that's really going to help you with your mixing training, so be sure to stick around. Okay, everybody, welcome to this week's Mix Tip Tuesday. So this week we're going to talk about why, in my opinion, using third-party plugins to mix your music is a better alternative to using stock plugins. They're better. So now, as I say that, I can see all the people feverishly commenting below on how wrong I am, and all the nasty comments begin. So before you start writing all the nasty comments and you clicked on the title, maybe a little bit of clickbait there, but not really, because I want to demonstrate to you why I feel third-party plugins are better to mix with. Now, before we get into the listening examples, because we're going to listen to the same song that was mixed with stock plugins only, and then with third-party plugins by yours truly. And this is all part of my Mixing Made Easy Volume 4, the Battle of the Plugins course. It's at homerecordingmadeeasy.com. So if you want to mix this song yourself and you want to see me mix this entire song in real time from start to finish, one time using stock plugins, then mixing the whole song again, and the next time using third-party plugins, and then you'll also get these two audio files so you can compare them yourself. Go to homerecordingmadeeasy.com, check it out. If you stay till the end of the video, you're going to get a special coupon code to get 25% off this course, so stick around. So first, again, before we listen to this, let me also start off by saying that in and of itself, third-party plugins are not going to make your mix sound better if you don't know how to use the basic fundamentals of EQ and compression and have basic mixing skills. So I always tell all of my students and followers that before you jump into third-party plugins and before you go down the rabbit hole of trying to buy that one magic plugin that's going to make your mix sound awesome, you need to learn basic fundamentals of mixing, particularly EQ and compression. And again, if you click the link in the description box below and go to Home Recording Made Easy, I have a whole beginner's course on EQ and compression, EQ made easy, compression made easy, to help you along with this. But once you get that under your belt, you will start to see some of the limitations to stock plugins and the overall sound, and some of, again, limitations of what you can come up with. And that's where third-party plugins can help you. So keep all of that in mind. We have two mixes here, okay? And we have Mix A in purple and we have Mix B in blue. And all I'm going to do is cycle back and forth from the beginning here. And we'll try to figure out if you could tell which one is which. And then I'll tell you, obviously, which one is which. But let's start off here with our mix. And we're going to start, and just keep your eye on the mute and the solo buttons down here in the mixer. Okay, so we're going to start off with the mix in blue here, Mix B, and then we're going to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I've tried to level match these in volume as closely as I could, so keep that in mind to try to make sure that this is a fair test. So let's listen back to these two mixes and see if you could tell which one was mixed just with stock plugins and which one was mixed with third-party plugins, and which one do you like better, because it is very subjective. So here we go. Start off with Mix B here.
Now, so we don't run what's left right in the ground.
Okay, here we're gonna switch. 3, 4,
hey,
and
it's not you and me. Oh, it's just this place. I'm tired of playing nice, smiling, just trying to save face. It's too late to salvage anything from what we had. Whatever it is we used to have is long gone. Time and distance have never been a winning hand of mine. We'll both move on, but it's gonna turn into a sad song.
okay, so can you tell the difference? Which one do you think was mixed with which set of plugins? Go ahead, what do you think? Do we need to listen to it again? We'll listen to it a little bit again, but can you tell the difference? Now, there's a big difference there, right? Now, hopefully you're listening to this on a good set of studio monitors or a good set of headphones. If you're listening to this on earbuds, it may be a little less obvious. But it's a big difference in sounds. Now, before you know which one is which, and I tell you which one is which one do you prefer? Because that's really the most important thing. Which one do you prefer? But my guess is that most of you would probably prefer Mix A, which is in purple here. That is the mix with third-party plugins. Okay, Mix B is the one done with all stock plugins. Still sounds good, but there is a definite difference. So let's listen to, as we continue along, why don't you try to think about, write down, or what sounds different to you, and I'll give you my opinion of what I think sounds different. So here's the third-party mix.
Beer in a bottle or wine from a plastic cup. I miss the love we made.
Okay, so to my ear, listen, in my headphones and in this studio, that sounds like the purple one, Mix A, the third-party plugin mix, has a lot more punch to it. It's a little bit more depth. It's got a lot more presence and clarity. It doesn't have a big mid-range mask, where in the stock plugin mix, it sounds like it's a little bit thinner. Doesn't have as much life to it. It's not as punchy. Doesn't have the clarity to it. Now, again, some of this can be shifted with EQ, and I get it. Believe me, all you people out there that are, the stock plugin, faithful, which is totally great. I'm just teasing you. Yes, you can shape these things, and you can, with EQ, you can get them a little bit closer. I get it. But I did these two mixes on 2 different days, just mixing the way I would typically mix. Tried to make this an honest, kind of an experiment, if you will. Again, go check out Mixing Made Easy Volume 4 and you'll get to see the whole thing. But where the third-party plugin has a lot more life to it, it sounds a lot more finished, a lot more polished, a lot more rich, a lot more like a record, right? That's an analog style mix will give you, okay? Where the stock plugin mix sounds kind of thin. It still sounds good, but it's missing that oomph. It's missing that certain something, right? So let's go back to the stock plugin mix here.
Yeah, we held each other tight. And now that you're gone, I sleep alone under this cold moonlight.
Right?
It's too late to salvage anything from what we had. Whatever it is we used to have is long gone. Time and distance have never been a waiting hand of mine. We'll both move on, but it's gonna turn into a sad song.
Okay, so really in that kind of piano little solo there, a big difference to my ear to using the third-party plugin mix. Just sounds a lot more rich, lots more finished. And this is where, when you know how to use these kinds of plugins, what the difference really is. A lot of people say, and if you go on YouTube and you listen to 5,000 people that teach these kind of concepts, mixing concepts, and I'm sure you're all watching all those channels like I do, they're all great. You're going to get different opinions. You're going to get the set of channels that are going to tell you don't need anything but stock plugins. You can make professional sounding hit records with stock plugins. And then you're going to listen to people on the other end of the fence and say, you can't make anything that sounds good with stock plugins. And then you're going to find people in the middle, kind of like me, that say, well, you can make great sounding music with stock plugins. And it's when you're getting to the level before you jump into this whole third-party plugin rabbit hole, you need to understand how to use the plugins first. But once you know how to use them, and especially when you know how to use the third-party plugins in combinations with console emulators and tape machines and different types of compressors and EQ and tonally how they all sound different, when you know how to put all that together in the soup, you can make a really great tasting soup or a really great sounding professional mix. And there are lots of those kinds of third-party plugins that give you a sonic characteristic that most stock plugins do not give you, regardless of the DAW. Although there are DAW companies like PreSonus, for example, that are making a lot of these analog style plugin emulations. Now, this particular mix that you're listening to doesn't have any of those on them. I stuck with just the real basic EQ and compressor and some of the other basic stuff. But there are DAW companies like PreSonus, they're probably the leader, trying to make emulations of the 1176 and the Pultec EQ and the LA2A and some of their other stuff. And why do they do that? Because they have a different sound characteristic. Most people prefer those kinds of sounds. And so here is a side-by-side comparison that kind of shows you the difference. Okay, so once again, go in the link in the description box below and go check out Mixing Made Easy Volume 4, The Battle of the Plugins. You'll get all the raw audio files for this song that we're listening to, so you can mix the song along with me, and you'll get to see it all in real time from start to finish, both with different sets of plugins. And if you're a stock plugin user today, and once you hear the difference and you say, wow, I really want to learn to get to the point where I can use third-party plugins, and I want to know how to use all these different tape machines and channel strips and console emulators, so on and so forth, there's other courses on my website you can check out. You could check out Mixing with Analog Style Plugins Made Easy. Again, link will be in the description box below. And you can also check out, if you're a Studio One user specifically, Mixing in Studio One Volume 2. Volume 1 will get you what you heard here with the blue mix here. Volume 2 uses some of those analog style plugins that PreSonus makes that I was just mentioning a few minutes ago, so you get to see that as well. So I have a bunch of training to kind of give you a better feel for how to use these plugins and how to use them most effectively. But this is just kind of a video to put it side by side to show you. There's the difference. So if you've never listened to the difference between the two on the same song mixed by the same person, now you have. Okay, so one more time, let's go back a little bit here and let's listen to each mix, and then we'll end this video. So we will start with the third-party plugin mix in purple.
Time and distance have never been a waiting hand in mine. We'll both move on, but it's gonna turn into a sad song.
Okay, there you go. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, all the courses that I mentioned will be in the link in the description box below. I appreciate you staying till the end of the video. Now, like I said, I want to give you a couple of free gifts. First thing I want to do is I want to give you the coupon code so you can go take 25% off all the courses that I mentioned in this video. Links will be in the description box or any course on my website. The coupon code is YouTube25. If you use that at checkout, it will take 25% off any of the courses on the website. So go check out Mixing Made Easy Volume 4. I think you'll really dig that one, and among all the other ones. And also, if it's your first time to Home Recording Made Easy, I want you to click on the orange button right on the homepage, and I want to give you 5 free mixing training courses worth a couple of $100, so you can start practicing your mixing skills with whatever plugins that you have. Get your 5 free courses at homerecordingmadeeasy.com. And if you really enjoy mixing and you really want to learn mixing in a very non-technical way, it's perfect for beginners and intermediates. Head on over to mixingmadeeasy.net. That's my mixing membership website. For less than 50 cents a day, you can join a community of like-minded people who want to get better at the craft of mixing. And for a limited time only, again, if you click the link in the description box, you get 40% off an annual membership. Right? So I can't make it any more attractive for you. If you really want to learn mixing, you want to learn the difference between all these different plugins and how to use them from all the different manufacturers, mixingmadeeasy.net is for you. And until next Mix Tip Tuesday, I've been Dave with Home Recording Made Easy and mixingmadeeasy.net, and I will see you next week. Take care, everybody.